Hi everybody, this is Sharia Shahid and you're watching All of Your Business. In All of Your Business, we talk about your favorite topics about economy, your favorite topics about the prices and rates with our guest, Mr. Mehtab Haider. So without any further delay, let's welcome him. Assalamu alaikum, sir.
Alaikum assalam.
How are you, sir?
I am fine.
Sir, my first question about the podcast is electricity and gas. It's regarding electricity and gas bills. There's a strange, not strange, but social media users are calling it a strange development, but I would like to talk to you about it. Electricity and gas bills could soon be linked to what people earn. So does it mean that they're going to be adjusted according to somebody's income?
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Thank you very much for having me. Actually, at the moment, the government has bifurcated the electricity and gas consumers into protected and non-protected consumers. For instance, the government is providing subsidy on electricity from 1 unit to 200 unit per month, and a major chunk of subsidy to the tune of more than 550 billion rupees is being provided to those categories. There is less subsidy from the users who are using from 200 to 300. In totality, more than 600 billion rupees are provided in shape of, on the basis of consumption of using less electricity. Now, under the IMF program, the government is planning to replace it from the consumption-based tariff subsidization to link it with those who are the beneficiaries under the BISP program, Benazir Income Support Program.
We talked about it in the previous episode as well.
So, for instance, all those who are beneficiaries, they will be provided a certain amount through the banks. It will be transferred into their accounts, and that amount they will utilize to pay for paying their electricity or gas bills. At the moment, there are wealthy and rich people who have reduced their consumption or who have started using solar panels at their rooftops. So they are also getting cheap electricity on the first 200 units or in some instances 300 units, because I have already told you that from 200 units to 300 units the subsidized rates is reduced. But still then, if someone is influential, someone is wealthy, someone is rich, why he is getting the subsidized electricity or gas tariff? So under the IMF program, now the government is planning to replace it with on the basis of the earnings, because under the BISP program, it is supposed or it is mandatory that no wealthy or rich people are enlisted under the BISP, that this subsidy will be targeted and targeted to only those who are living below the poverty line in Pakistan.
Right.
And who are falling in accordance with the poverty scorecard devised and implemented under the BISP program.
Right. So you have talked about poverty line. So sir, national poverty jumps to 28.8% in 24 to 25, and it's significant. So what do you have to say about it?
Actually, national poverty level has been released by the Planning Commission. The Planning Commission has established a high poverty committee under a renowned poverty expert, Dr. G.M. Arif, and this 17-member committee was comprised of multilateral donors representatives. Now the government has released the official poverty figures, and in last 6 years, because the last time the national poverty was released in 2018 and 19, and at that time the national poverty was standing in the range of 21.9%. So the Pakistan Bureau of Statistics now conducted a survey, household integrated income expenditure survey in 2024-25, and the data was provided to this high powered committee. Now Minister for Planning today released the poverty figures, and in accordance with the latest survey, the poverty level has gone up from 21.9% to 28.9%. It means that 7 percentage points have been increased in last 6 years period. It caused mainly because we have undertaken pass through from the COVID. Then there was a supply interruptions and supply shocks, and that resulted into the super cycle commodities related inflation. And there was 3 IMF programs under which Pakistan had to take a massive devaluation. It resulted into increase in inflation and lowered the growth. So all these factors resulted into increase in both in poverty and inequality. Inequality means that the gap between the rich and poor has been widened in Pakistan. So now, because in last 2 decades we have seen decline in poverty in Pakistan, but in last 6 years period this trend has been reversed. Now the stage is set when Pakistan is eyeing to achieve higher growth. Inflation already receded. Now the stage is set that when the next survey is going to be done within few years period, it is hoped that this trend will again be reversed and poverty is going to be reduced.
Right, so sir, fingers crossed.
Of course.
So sir, I have a good news, and this is very talked about on the social media as well. We all know that IMF meeting might be possible in the coming month, end of the coming month. So sir, before that meeting, IMF has noted good performance regarding Pakistan's economy and Pakistan's economic reforms. So what does this mean for Pakistan, and how it is going to affect the meeting that is going to be held?
Actually, IMF next review mission is scheduled to be held from February 25th to March 11. First of all, they will arrive in Karachi and they will stay there for 3 days, and then they will arrive in Islamabad by the next by the start of the next month.
Right.
So they are going to hold crucial parleys with Pakistani authorities for completion of third review and release of the next tranche. However, IMF spokesperson based in Washington has praised Pakistan that Pakistan has achieved its primary balance in the first half of the current financial year, and so far Pakistan's economy has been stabilized, where growth is picking up and foreign exchange reserves are built up. But this upcoming review will really depend how Pakistan and IMF are going to evolve consensus on the major macroeconomic and fiscal framework, especially in the context of the upcoming budget. So if the both sides have been able to strike consensus on the next budgetary framework, then this upcoming parleys will be concluded, and then IMF staff report will be presented before the IMF executive board after the completion of the review parleys within 6 weeks period.
Right.
So then Pakistan will be able to draw the fourth tranche under the existing extended fund facility program, and Pakistan also expects to get $200 million on account of climate finance under the RSF.
Right. So, sir, talking about the IMF's meeting, before that, separate 5G auction for GB and AJK would be held after nationwide rollout. So, how it is going to impact, and why separate auctions for that?
Because in GB and both AJK, there is separate mechanism.
Right.
And their operators are different.
Right.
State-owned entity is operating in both AJK and GB. When the PTA chairman addressed to the media, he also described that after launching of this next spectrum auction, it would be rolled over into both GB and AJK. And yesterday, the GB's information minister, Mr. Ghulam Hussain, also met with the chairman PTA, whereby the PTA shared their plan that after launching of this next spectrum auction, that is scheduled to be held on March 10 in Pakistan, where the 5G is going to be launched in 5 major federal and 4 provincial capitals. After that bid, then the next target is that this spectrum will also be rolled over into the specialized areas of both AJK and Gilgit-Baltistan, because it will also help the GB, that is a bordering point from China, to ensure better connectivity and better internet speed.
Right. So, Pakistan's crypto chief attends World Liberty Forum. So, is it going to be helpful for Pakistan? In how many ways?
Actually, it will help Pakistan to share its experience and learn from other jurisdiction where the crypto is already legalized. We are also moving towards that objective, and the legislatory process is also underway in Pakistan, and we are moving in that direction. Digital currency, and there are some phenomenal estimates that Pakistanis have invested around $300 billion into crypto. So it is very, very important that, and especially the young generation is too much interested for this digital currency. So it helps to learn from other experience, because other jurisdictions have already allowed digital currency in their part of the world.
Right. Thank you so much, sir.
Always welcome.
That was all for today. If you want us to discuss more about crypto, or if you want us to talk more about electricity tariffs, do let us know in the comments. Till then, keep watching All of Your Business.